Hello and welcome to Liz and Scotty's Poddy, and I just happened to notice as I was starting to put this deal together, this is episode number 50, which is kind of cool. It's gone through a couple of different iterations, but it's what started as and what has turned into Liz and Scotty's Poddy, and it is episode number 50, and we thank you for searching it out and finding it however you have done that, wherever other fine podcasts are available, whether it's Apple, Spotify, or Google, and always at clear99.com, as we tell you. And you're going to like this one if you are a fan of the University of Missouri Tigers as we prepare for the kickoff to the 2022 season. And Desiree Reed-Francois, the director of athletics at Mizzou, came in and spent a little time with us on the radio. And I mentioned it a little bit. This is sort of a tradition. I don't know that we've done it every year, but it goes back to when Mike Alden was the AD. And even more importantly, a nice lady, Clear 99 listener named Sandy Matthew, who works in the athletics department. And she and I had kind of gotten to know each other, and we were talking, and I realized that she worked in Mr. Alden's office. And I said, what if he came in and we just, kind of talk about some of the new things that'll be happening this season, whether it was parking or something different with tickets. And so from then until now, if not every year, at least maybe every other year, the director of athletics will come in and visit. And they called the other day and said, let's continue this. And I said, absolutely. And a great chance, first time that we have had to get Desiree Reed-Francois on the air, which was very exciting. As it turns out, and we'll talk about in the podcast, almost a year exactly that she came to town to take over the duties at the University of Missouri. So just to keep everything straight, this was recorded on Friday, August the 26th, getting ready for Mizzou's first game on September the 1st. A different way to start the season on a Thursday night. So we hope you enjoy our visit with Desiree Reed-Francois. She is the director of athletics for the University of Missouri, and her sneaker game is always on point. It's funny. Looky there. How about that, Elizabeth?
I saw her walking in this morning. I was like, I need some of those.
That's so good. Desiree Reed-Francois joins us. How are you this morning?
Scotty, Liz, it is great to be with you. Thank you so much for having me. And can you believe it's 6 days away?
Crazy, isn't it?
I'm so excited. Yeah, I'm so fired up. And it's just hope springs eternal, and I love this time of year.
And thank you for continuing sort of a tradition around here that the folks in your position would come in just to kind of talk about, there's always new things with every football season. And so we just always kind of want to spread the word, whether it's something about parking or concessions or that sort of thing. And so we wanted to get you in to talk about some of that. But before we get to that, let's talk about this, because I find this interesting. I stalk you sort of on Twitter and on social medias. You have just spent a lot of time going all around this great state of ours, and you're talking to a couple of Missouri kids born and bred here from different parts of the state. And I think it's real easy for a lot of us who are Tiger fans and who are in Columbia. We kind of see Mizzou and the sports and all of that one way, but so great you have gotten a chance to get out and go all over this state and see what those folks think about it, right?
It was outstanding. And, I love hearing people's memories and hearing people's thoughts about Mizzou and right, wrong, or just opportunities for us to grow. It's really special. I was in West Plains, and we did 24 tour stops, and from Palmyra to West Plains, and we went to Cape Girardeau.
Here we go.
I know. Next time I'm going to go stop by and visit your mother.
You ought to. There you
yes,
go.
Next time I'm in Cape.
That's good.
And Kennett and St. Louis, Kansas City, and so many stops in between. And what was really special was hearing people's memories and hearing how much Mizzou mattered to people. And we came back and we talked to our staff, and we said, you know what you do really matters for a lot of people. And this isn't just about our 550 student athletes. They're the reason why we do what we do, but it's something bigger. We represent the entire state. And if you think about it, we are the state's institution, and let's embrace that. I was in West Plains, and I met a gentleman who's been a season ticket holder for 60 years.
Wow.
And I said, well, what's your favorite memory? And he's like, well, at basketball, I used to like that I could bring a shotgun in. And I was like, oh my God.
Okay.
And I was like, You got to give me a little context here. And he just said, back at the field house, we used to have a pigeon problem, and the pigeons would live in the rafters, and it created a problem because the pigeons would fly during the games. And I was like, I could see that would be a problem. And he said, so I take a shotgun and clear the pigeons out before the games, and I just really like that. And I thought, this is outstanding.
That is not the answer you were expecting.
No. I thought it was going to be beating Nebraska or, but nope, it was pigeons and shotguns. So
that is so good. Welcome to Missouri.
Yep. It's fantastic. And it's a really special place. And we were just talking before about my son is here, my husband is here, and even my niece. We dragged her from Newport Beach, California, and now she's a freshman here. So
wow.
That's great.
It's exciting.
Well, one of the things that you have focused on since you've gotten here is the fan experience.
Yes.
And coming up in a minute, we're going to get into some of the specifics. But this is one of those big picture things that's very interesting to me, and I don't know that everybody thinks of it this way. But in this day and age, you are competing, you being the University of Missouri, all this, the game day experience, you're competing with fantastic new televisions that show the picture so good, and people having their comfortable couches. And the experience at home has improved so much over the last 20 years that a lot of people in your position, you guys have to kind of try to keep up, right?
Well, we want people when they come to Faroe Field to create that memory. There's something, yes, and my husband has his man cave downstairs, etc. It's lovely with his 2 TVs. He wants a third, but I digress. But there's something so special about celebrating with 61,000 of your closest friends.
Absolutely.
You cannot, even in Josh's great man cave, you cannot recreate that experience. And so I want our people, we send out a lot of surveys, and we read those surveys, and we want people to see that we're making changes for the better, because when you come to Faroe Field, we want the experience to be like we're hosting a party for 61,000 of our best friends. Right. And yes, there are going to be some challenges and staffing, and but we're really excited about what we're going to offer.
Okay, and we've gotten a sneak peek of some of the things that they're going to offer. So, do you got a minute or two? Can you hang for just a minute?
Absolutely.
Okay, and we're going to come back and talk about some of the new things that are going to be happening at Faroe Field this year. And you said it so well, and there's a buddy of mine, and I'd never thought about it this way, and we were actually talking about Cardinal games. He goes, there's something about being with 40,000 other people who want the exact same thing that you want. And I just thought, what a great way to describe what it is.
It gives you chills, right?
Oh, it does.
When you see that flyover,
Oh, and speaking of flyovers, we're going to be talking about flyovers and lots of other great things. Desiree Reed-Francois is with us this morning. We're going to talk about more great things because Mizzou football is less than a week away.
Clear 99's Tiger Tailgates are back. 2 hours before each Mizzou home football game, we'll host the biggest tailgate party in Tiger Country. And the best part, it's absolutely free for you to attend. All you have to do is pick up your free pass at our Tiger Tailgate sponsors locations, which you'll find at clear99.com. Then come by for free drinks from Bud Light while enjoying some wings from Buffalo Wild Wings. It's Clear 99's Tiger Tailgate Party. Learn more at clear99.com.
I have a special guest this morning. Desiree Reed-Francois from the University of Missouri is in this morning, and we're talking about Mizzou football. Interesting Thursday night. That we've been talking about this for a few weeks. Just you got to kind of get that in your head a little bit. We can talk about Mizzou football's coming, but we're starting on a Thursday night, which is real different.
Isn't that fantastic? Yeah. One thing we heard from our fan surveys is they wanted another night game. And when we made the trades, it was like a 6-team trade with Middle Tennessee, and we had Baylor, Louisiana Tech, James Madison, and we were able to move to have Louisiana Tech, and so that we would have that 7th home game. We thought, why not a night game? Mm-hmm. And so, I came from Virginia Tech before UNLV, and Coach Beamer really made his mark on Thursday nights, and I love the opportunity of being early. Also, I've heard a lot about people going to the lake for Labor Day weekend.
Exactly.
And I thought we really want to have a great home atmosphere. So how can I best help our football program have that great home atmosphere? And so Thursday night, it'll be really fun. 7:00.
That's right. And, of course, we've been talking about Clear 99 Tiger tailgate parties. You can go to clear99.com for those details. That's one way to tailgate. All right, let's get into some of the things that are going to be different. It's 2022, so everything's about apps, right? And you guys have got a great app that is going to have a lot of really cool stuff on it for fans. convenience.
Absolutely. The mobile app will do everything from push notifications if one gate is more backed up than another, to also you can use your app. We're going to have because it's a night game, we get to have a cool kind of app show, if you will, a light show, and that'll be through your app. And so it's going to be really very cool. And what's also going to be different, when I looked at the 50-yard line last year and all I saw was our visiting team having those great seats, I thought, you know what, we need to move that. So we've made some ticket moves. Our visitors, while we welcome them, of course, to Columbia, they will be in a different section now.
Okay, good.
We also, one thing we heard from our fans is that concession lines were too long. So we're experimenting with some mobile ordering. You can order and then you can go pick up your food in your locker, and we're really looking forward to seeing how that goes.
That is one thing that I cannot wait to try out, because the concessions is what makes a football game for me amazing experience, right? And being able to just go to a locker and pick up your food and go sit back down, sign me up.
I love it.
That's neat. And you mentioned flyovers, too. You're going to have even more of those this year, right?
We're going to have a flyover for every game.
Wow.
So we're looking forward to that. And you know what? We talked about Evie on the break.
Yeah.
Or Evie.
Yep,
Evie. It's still being determined.
Exactly.
So Miss Evelyn. And can't wait to get her in some cool Tiger clothes. Yes. And then we have nursing stations. We have stroller parking. We're also going to Tiger Stripe for row. So it's going to be a fun event. We hope to see everyone in Columbia over at Furrow Field.
The Tiger Stripe thing to me is one of the neat things that's happening. It's been the last few years. I mean, here and other places too, but that looks so cool on TV when it's done right and everybody's in the right place and all of that. And you need to check your ticket because online it tells you whether or not you need to wear your black or your gold. Right?
Exactly. So I love the way that looks, and we want to start a new tradition. Okay. And it's going to be really special. And, one thing we also heard from our fans was that it was hard to get in. So we have new ticket pedestals that you just go up, you scan it, and hopefully that'll kind of ease some of that congestion. Or folks just come early and enjoy it. So it should be special.
There's going to be a lot of kind of new things in the pregame, and we used to always preach that from the radio and everywhere else is understand you want to tailgate, but man, get into the stadium because number one, you want to be there when the team comes out. They need to feel that energy of all the fans. And everybody there. But I know you guys there's going to be some different stuff with the scoreboard, and pregame is going to be a lot different this year.
Absolutely. We've really revamped it, and Tony Daniel, who's our assistant AD for marketing, has done a great job. And we're going to keep experimenting on that. We want it to be something special and kind of build that energy. And you start off and you keep building and building because, like we said, you just can't replicate those special moments.
Right.
We want that feeling where you get goosebumps when the team's about to run through.
Right.
Because you can't feel that at home.
That's right.
In those man caves.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Do you have something that you're looking forward to the most during this football season?
Oh boy, I'm really glad I actually know where all the gates are, and I can actually answer some questions because last year you were kind of running around like a chicken with her head cut off. But no, I love that electric atmosphere, and I was out at football practice yesterday, and Eli and his coaching staff have really prepared our young men, and we're pretty deep at every position, and it's I can feel the enthusiasm. Like our student athletes are fired up, so I just can't wait to see this team perform.
That's great. And we talked about this off the air a little bit, and I know we're talking about the big picture, but I mean, just for you personally, and it didn't even hit me until you just said that. You had kind of just gotten here for last year's season, so this will be a little bit different for you, and maybe just, I don't want to say more enjoyable, but at least you kind of at least know a little bit more about what's kind of going on in that sort of thing. So different perspective anyway.
Absolutely. I think I had been here a week and then we kicked off. And so, no, it's really special. I think I'm on day 367 now. So
okay.
It's really wonderful. And I love looking out in the crowd and going around and seeing different people and seeing people I'm like, oh, I know you. This is wonderful. So, and then my husband and son are here now. And so it's pretty special.
That's great. Well, it's special that you came in to visit with us too. We appreciate your time, and anytime you guys need to get the word out about something, let us know. That's what we're here for, spread the word. Is there anything we haven't hit on that you wanted to touch on?
1-800-CAT-PAWS.
Okay.
So get your tickets. This is the first year in the last 7 years where we haven't seen a decrease in ticket sales. We're actually up ahead of where we were last year, and so our folks are working really hard. So it's a great event. Come support the Tigers, and let's all celebrate together. So thank you both for having me.
Oh, it's our pleasure. Thank you so much. Yeah. MUTigers.com always is a place that you can go to get all of those details, but that Mizzou app and all of the great things as we get ready for the first kickoff Thursday night, remember. And don't forget, a Clear 99 Tiger tailgate party, too. You can get that information at clear99.com.
It's a Clear Country Morning.
Last night after I got out of the shower, I didn't see Will in our bedroom, and I was like, where is he? And I look in Evie's room, and they are dancing. He's got her in a little backpack, and they're singing Disney songs. I'm like, what are you guys doing? And he goes, she was being a little fussy, so we decided to have a dance party.
That's funny.
Yeah, it was really cute.
It's a Clear Country Morning.